Playground for LaSalle College High School football as they go on the road to take on Father Judge. We got the full crew here today. Bob Long, Tyler Kern to my right, Rob Stott and Ray Gomez to my left. Will Ryan, he's on camera. Will and Ray will be flipping from camera to color over the course of the game.
And their families as they are part of our team.
And as we look towards the field here, yes, we are in the midst of the people here today at Ramp Playground. And beyond the fans that you see here, the alma mater is being played by the LaSalle band that has traveled here. It's going to be some tight confines here tonight. We have a very scanned-in look at the field. It's going to be a different vantage point. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. Tyler, your thoughts on this one, man? I know you've played Father Judge many a time. First team All-Catholic defensive end in the class of 2012. What do you think of when you think of a game like this on the road against Father Judge?
Yeah, I mean, I think back to Father Judge, and I think my best game of the year that year, it kind of whereas we came together and kind of got ready for the playoffs. You know, Father Judge, always a competitive team in the Catholic League here, and I think LaSalle, you know, can't come out soft like they did last week against Roman Catholic. They need to come out guns a-blazing, as I would say, Bob.
Rob, your thoughts on this one? Father Judge 6-2 on the air. Pretty strong Father Judge team. They actually beat Roman Catholic 21-20 at the end of the very end of the game last week, and obviously LaSalle struggled against Roman Catholic, lost that game.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. You mentioned it. Crazy to watch. I know we were going back and forth about how just any given weekend in this Philadelphia Catholic League, you can have anything happen. And we saw that. LaSalle dropping one to Roman after coming off of the week they had against St. Joe's Prep, and then Roman turns right around and drops one to this Father Judge team. So you can't take any team lightly in the Philadelphia Catholic League, and I'm looking for a hot start. LaSalle's looking to step back up from the disappointment last week and come out with a statement today.
Now we'll pause for the national anthem here at Ramp Playground.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Let us bow our heads and pray for God's blessing. Lord God, you have blessed us with many gifts and talents. We especially thank you for the opportunity to participate in this game tonight. Please help us to play in a Christ-like manner. Help us to play in a way that fosters goodwill and teamwork. Help us to play to our ability and instill in us respect for each other. We thank you for these two Catholic schools, LaSalle and Father Judge, who believe in you strongly, and please continue to bless us in all that we do. And we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Time to introduce the last member of our, the last guy we haven't heard from here on the broadcast team, Ray Gomez, class of 2022 here at LaSalle. Ray, your thoughts? LaSalle 5-1, make that 6-1 on the year. Started out 6-0, lost a tough one to Roman Catholic. What's the mindset coming into this one, coming off a bye?
So I think the mindset here is that they lost, and I feel like the best way that they could go about it is assessing how they lost, why they lost, and how to improve from it. And it's always great to see how the great teams always come back from a loss. And I feel like LaSalle has something to prove in this game against Judge, and Judge is not an easy competition to say the least. So I'm interested to see how LaSalle is going to respond after the first loss of the season.
LaSalle still controls its own destiny. Archbishop Wood, St. Joe's Prep, every other team in the Catholic League here in the Red Division has lost a game in conference at this point. LaSalle, they play Archbishop Wood. If they win that game, that would give the Vikings their second loss in the season. They would have the head-to-head against a one-loss St. Joe's Prep team. So, yes, everything's still in front of them, but a big game here today. They've had 2 weeks to fester, to stew on the tough loss to Roman Catholic. And they'll have a chance to put all that behind them here today as they take on the Crusaders of Father Judge. A pooch kick, and it's caught there by Dom Martin. Martin bounces off a tackle and is taken down at the 34-yard line. That's where we'll get started here. Alan Paterzo leads the offense out on the field.
And what a great night for some high school football guys. It's nice brisk in the air. You know, different venue for sure for us. It's certainly not the Franklin Field venue that Rob or I wasn't there for, but, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. This is great.
Yes, the difference between the distance that we find ourselves to the field between Franklin Field and here tonight, quite the dichotomy. Stevie Davis in the backfield gets the start at running back. Sam Brown split out wide, and he'll get that first pass. That's a forward pass, so incomplete.
And we're close enough that, and right in line with that pass, actually, that you could tell that is moving forward. But clear, you know, I think earliest we've seen Stevie in the game, just Paterzo's throw a little bit behind Sam. Sam moving forward. Had to reach back, but was moving forward, so just an incomplete pass.
And that might be due to the penetration of that Father Judge defensive end there. He did a good job of getting his hands in there.
I think it's going to be interesting to see if they go more pass-heavy in this game or if they go run-heavy. Over the past couple of games, they've gone run-heavy, so it's interesting to see what their strategy is going to be.
Now Brown comes in motion. Quick cross, and they were wide open there. E.J. Wentz wasn't looking for it. Also, Noel Henry was running a streak, and nobody was covered.
Yeah, Paterzo had his sights set on Wentz, and just Wentz unable to turn around, and he was kind of on that little wheel route right up the seam and just had him. He could have been gone, still run into the end zone.
Yeah, Wentz ran a great route. He just needed to turn around. Maybe some timing off there between Paterzo and Wentz. You know, almost a well-executed play there.
Possibly the rush getting to him last time. Maybe Paterzo thinking he had a little bit less time than he did.
But 2 incompletions, and all of a sudden, it's 3rd down and 10. Guys, we might not be the only broadcast in town. A drone up and to our right.
Bob, I think that's a helicopter.
I see. You know, you should see the drones they're making these days, Tyler. Timeout called on the field, 11:44.
They're big, they're loud.
we have fun here.
Oh,
it
man.
has the feeling of the Haverford Stadium, like just the closeness of I mean, I think we're even closer than that. But just being amongst the people there, at least we had our own little platform to stand on. This, it's like, whew.
I feel like we're in the huddle right here.
I know.
That's right. Joe Wade, just talk a little bit louder, man. We got you.
Well, I sort of want to go back to the last play, and I want to talk about the backs that LaSalle has and how great they are. We have E.J. Wentz at fullback. We have 2 great running backs in, as I call them, Speedy Davis and Sam Brown. It's a really diverse backfield, and I'm interested, and I would like to see them all get touches throughout this game.
3rd and 10. Paterzo rolls, fires to the sideline. It's caught. Noel Henry. First down for the Explorers.
Great timing play there. Paterzo rolling out on the bootleg, just waiting for Henry to turn around and get open. He spotted his receiver and just fired a bullet right to him downfield for a first down.
That's just a great pass. Paterzo warmed up.
Yep.
Making a great 3rd down play there.
Ball on the 48-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. And it's Sam Brown up the gut. Ran into his fullback, Wentz. Got to the sideline and chugs along, nudged out of bounds there. Looks like he got about half, gain of 5.
And, you know, first running play of the night there. Sam Brown doing Sam Brown things. You know, running, hitting the backfield there, bounces out to the right, and makes a great 5-yard gain.
Nice job not quitting on that play either. Seeing the holes in the middle, kind of bottle up, and then bouncing it to the outside and turning what could have been a small, maybe 1 or 2 yard gain into making this second and manageable.
I think we got to talk about Sam Brown's last game against Roman Catholic. He had a great career game, especially thanks to our statistician, Will.
And a toss sweep. Brown's got some blocking and gets to the line and beyond it. Took down, that was awkward along the sideline.
A stat I would have liked to see from Sam Brown last game was a 1 touchdown pass. That would have been pretty sweet if he hit that to Paterzo.
Statcast it.
And he gave it a chance there. He had a nice arm.
Nice job there by Wentz, just working with Brown. Outran him a little bit at the end of that play, but just nice job setting the edge for his running back.
Yeah, and we weren't lying there. That tackle looked awkward on the sideline. Comes off the field. Dave Crow will take a look at him. Good to see him off on his own power, though, and hopefully back on the field shortly. He did pick up the first down. Ball on the 40-yard line of Father Judge, and that's a backwards pass, but it's caught there by Ryan Sorge. Rumbles forward and taken down for another first down.
That was an interesting play. From back here, it looked like run all the way. E.J. Wentz leading the way, and just a nice backwards pass for a good gain.
Little RPO there.
RPO,
the option to hand it off. He saw, his receiver wide open and opted to throw to him. Lucky to make that catch. It was, as you called, Bob, backwards.
Philadelphia Eagles take notes.
A 14-yard gain there for Ryan Sorge. They fake to give another RPO. Nice catch on the outside. Sized up and deposited, but not before a gain of 6. Ryan Sorge again makes the catch.
Just a strong catch by Sorge, too. Nice quick read by Paterzo to see his man and fired it out there. Through a would-be defender, trying to knock it down, and nice game.
I want to say I like these quick passes LaSalle's coming out with, keeping it nice and simple to start the game, and the drive's taking a decent amount of time. And I like his reads. All of his passes I think have been great so far in this game.
Sorge's catches 16 and 17 on the year. Came into the year catching 120 yards worth of passes. And they continue to get Alan Paterzo on the move. Throws towards the corner, and it's out of bounds. Incomplete. Again, intended for Ryan Sorge.
I think Paterzo had a man open in the end zone there. It's kind of hard from this angle to tell, but just out of reach of his receiver there.
Lucky to fall down, too. Just have that pass fall incomplete. He had a Judge guy right beyond Sorge that could have picked that off. Just unable to locate it.
Yep, and that's one of those where if you miss high and inside,
dangerous.
That's where it gets picked. Yep. But you miss low and inside, or high and outside, and that one in particular was high into the sideline. So did a good job there. Hey, if you're going to miss, Rob, to your point, right, you got to miss in the right spot. Timeout called. That's already the second one called. No, okay, so Judge called the first one. LaSalle calls that one. Both teams have burned 1 of their requisite 3 here in the first half.
And Sam Brown jogged out there pretty. He looked good. He didn't have a limp that time, and it looks like Dave Crow checked him out, and everything's looking good. So I think we have some more Sam Brown ahead of us.
Tell you what, let's get a look, Will. The Ramp Playground banner there, and towards where Santiago Sterlo would be kicking a field goal. Look at that. That is fantastic.
That is Friday night Philadelphia football.
If you don't like that, you don't like Friday night Philadelphia football.
I think it's interesting that they've already done 2 plays with Alan Paterzo running. He's not known for his mobility, so it's interesting to see that.
3rd down and 6. Would be a 43-yard field goal, but LaSalle looking for the first down. Paterzo steps up well. A lot of room out there. He's just going to take off with it. Has a first down and a lot more. Steps out of bounds. It'll be goal to go, it looks like, for the Explorers.
And I like that. Paterzo, made that move. I think he was looking for the end zone there, but made the smart play and ran out of bounds there.
Ray, I think we're close enough that he heard you say he's not a mobile quarterback, decided to tuck it and run, pick up the first down. He's like, I see you, Ray Gomez. I'm going to take this and pick up a first down for these Explorers.
I think he pointed at us after that.
He did.
I think he did.
You see that?
I'll see
Keep
you
talking.
in history class on Monday.
Yeah. He'll see me. He'll see me Monday and be going, what are you talking about, not being mobile?
You can count.
Little confusion for the Explorers here getting lined up.
E.J. Wentz off the edge. Touchdown, LaSalle. E.J. Wentz, what a year for this fullback.
Excellent patience. Just taking the handoff from His quarterback waiting for the blocking to set up in front of him. You'll see it here. Just bouncing it out, finding the edge, cutting up field, and putting it in for the first score of the game here for the Explorers.
That's his 4th touchdown of the year.
And when I think of E.J. Wentz, I think of football fundamentals. He's always got the patience. He's good route running, great blocker, just an all-around great football player.
Does this go out on, what is that? What's the Castor Ave? Is that what's it right out there?
I parked in the wrong spot. Kick
Here
is
it goes.
up, and it is
Oh, there's a
good.
net.
Thanks
All
for
right.
the net.
Whew. Those wider goalposts, that's a net. That's why that's there.
Father Judge nothing.
Salle with a 7-0 lead. They scored on the first drive, guys, and that's a 2-minute and 10-second drive, but it was methodical in its own right and really great decisions. I'm going to take you back right to that 3rd down and 10, and you're coming off a bye. You just lost a game you shouldn't have. Throw 2 incomplete passes. Of course, don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill, but that early 3rd down conversion got them going, got them in a rhythm. I think a big play there.
Definitely. The offense looked very fluid, I guess is the way I would use. It was very much in sync. There was a little miscommunication towards the end zone, but they punched the ball in for the touchdown. Now, I think the defense is who needs to really make a statement in this game. After letting Dunmark 2 weeks ago have 200 receiving yards, they are going to come in with some fury in this game.
Sterling will kick this one deep. He's made a habit of putting these in the back of the end zone. That one is drilled. One hopping out.
Wait, is that the Conshohocken field? Is that where we were, where there was balls going out of the stadium?
That's right, 11th and Harry Street, the
Yep.
A field.
Yeah,
that
the
is
A field.
fantastic memories there.
Right behind a graveyard, I think, is on the other side of the like if you look behind you and you're up in the stands, just quite the venue. A lot of different unique venues in this Catholic League that get used by these schools.
And you have to love coming here,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
I mean, this is an experience you don't have every day. And I love how Father Judge and their fan base, Tyler, has embraced this facility, making it a fortress. I mean, you have
right
a
down
true
the block
student section behind
Yep.
the end zone. I shudder. I struggle to think of other venues that have that same home field advantage. Now a handoff right up the middle. We're going to see a lot of Mike Van Horn here tonight, guys. He's a quarterback, and he does everything. He leads the team in both rushing and passing. That time, handed it off to Marquis up the middle.
That's a pretty impressive stat there. Having an arm, but also showing it with your legs. I mean, pretty typical in high school football. We do see that with some mobile quarterbacks, but interested to see how he does tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Tyler. It's going to be interesting. It's great practice for Prep's mobile quarterback. It's just great practice all in general for this defense to have to go against such a versatile quarterback.
Chris Thompson, the middle linebacker, back for the first time here today as they handed up the middle to Marquis. Met there and driven back. Abdul Carter in the area, as well as Sam Ross.
I watched Abdul Carter that entire play. He was standing still with such patience, and then all of a sudden he just brings the power and stops that running back in his tracks from standstill. That's pretty impressive.
Third down and 8. Still haven't seen Mike Van Horn either take off with the run or pass. We'll certainly see that now in a passing situation. Rolling to his right. Fires down the field. He's wide open, but it's out of bounds. That one drifted on Van Horn, and it's 4th down and 8. The LaSalle defense gets off the field. Bit of zone coverage there, though, Rob, and I think they found a pocket.
Yeah, nice job by Van Horn. Just unable to keep it in bounds, but he spotted his receiver downfield, just drifted out of bounds, and you got to credit the pressure on the backside, forcing him out of the pocket and having to throw on the run. Obviously, a more difficult pass, and he was able to stand there and deliver it to his receiver.
I think that you also have to just commend his athleticism for that play, just throwing the ball on the run down the field. That was just an impressive throw in general.
He'll want it back, though, as he floated it out of bounds. This is John Westfield, a short punt. LaSalle looking to get out of the way. And I don't think they did. It's loose. Free ball, and it looked at first glance like Father Judge fell on it. Let's wait for the stripes to give us the signal.
It's the tough thing about it, and they are giving it to
LaSalle
LaSalle.
football. Great
Wow.
job on the bottom of the pile by the Explorers.
Digging it out. That's one of those tough things. That was a high, short kick. You don't know where it's coming down. You're rushing down to where your receiver is to set up blocking, and just comes up short, and you don't know how that football's going to hop.
That was interesting, too, on that punt. That line looked like they were split like 2 to 3 yards apart from each other. Maybe it's the angle I was looking at it, but I'm interested to see on the next punt if that was right there.
Yeah, and if LaSalle uses that as a opportunity to get aggressive.
I think another key point on our return game is Ryan Moore is not playing in this game, who is a key threat on the return and offense. So it's going to be interesting to see how that will affect us.
Paterzo taken down. Nice defensive play there. Number 6, Eric Smith off the edge.
That's one where the play action actually came back to hurt them a little bit because Sam's moving up in the pocket and just unable to get back and help with that block. The defender coming off the edge.
Yeah, credit to Smith for taking advantage of that as well. A good wrap-up on Paterzo, not letting him get away.
We've seen it a couple times this year as well where Paterzo fakes the handoff and Brown's on the other side of him. That happened on that play. Now a quick screen. Ryan Swords, look at the blocking down the field.
Wow.
Particularly for LaSalle, guys. Number 7, he got out and blocked big time by Luke Schisler.
Unreal, just a big lineman like that, Luke Schisler, 6'1", 225, getting out in front of Ryan Sorge and setting up some blocking downfield, and nice pickup. It's a beautifully executed play.
Good blocking across the board. Even Sam Brown down the field made a nice block.
Going across the line there, Schisler at the right tackle, Larry Thiel at the right guard, and Sam Brown runs through that gap. Got about 7 or 8. So we talked to Larry Thiel's mom before the game. She said that Larry Thiel's grandmother, now 91, can't get to all the games, sitting home watching. So she's our first Where You At here today. Larry Thiel's grandmother. We appreciate you watching very much. Thanks for being a fan.
I think one thing that we have to point out is how fast Paterzo's getting that ball out of the pocket.
Again, right there. They're throwing the screen. That's Kelby Hampton, number 7. We saw him for the first time, guys, 2 games ago as a defensive back against St. Joe's Prep. Played again as a defensive back against Roman Catholic. And there he is, his first offensive snap.
I like those wrinkles. I mean, we saw that early in Abdul Carter's career, playing a little offense, getting put on the defensive side as well. So nice to see those guys that can offer something on both sides of the ball. And Hampton, I don't know if they give him that ball. First catch, did they do that in high school? Will he get that ball?
Yeah, that's right. Throw that one away. Sam Brown's got so much room up the middle. Laces through. Touchdown. Great blocking by LaSalle, and Sam Brown, he makes no mistake.
That is just excellent blocking by this offensive line to open up. I mean, you can't even call that a hole. That's like just a Grand Canyon,
Grand Canyon,
sized hole that Sam Brown had to run through and just turned on the jets.
It's like the parting of the Red Sea right there.
There you go.
There we go. There's the biblical reference we needed.
Thank you, Ray.
Of course.
This is the Philadelphia Catholic League.
Santiago Sterla to kick the extra point.
Sterla. That net didn't get that one.
No, it did
Bob,
not.
you might want to check on your car after the game.
I think one thing we have to talk about how Santiago Sterla got an offer from Penn to play for them.
He did.
I think that just shows how reliable and how great of a kicker he truly is,
and how smart. I don't think Penn would be looking at a kicker if they didn't think he had the brains to handle what they offer at University of Pennsylvania. So
that's pretty cool. 3 weeks ago, you're playing on Penn's home field, and you get a scholarship.
Someone must have been watching.
Yeah.
I also want to go back to how LaSalle, how quick they're getting the ball out. I think that going back to the pass rush, as we saw in that first drive, how Paterzo got, and the second drive, how he got sacked. I think that it shows how this Father Judge team is really pressuring him and wanting to get that ball out. And I also think it shows how good his reads have been throughout this first 2 drives by the LaSalle offense.
Big credit to Coach Wade putting those calls in, helping them get in a rhythm.
Sterla this time puts a little more air under this one. Will be caught at the 1, giving those LaSalle defenders an opportunity to get down there. But it's a nice return. Out past the 25. And 5:43 remains here on the clock. This portion of today's game brought to you by Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Garen Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtor team. They're wonderful. They are absolutely professional, and they do a lot of deals. What does that mean? They know the area that you're looking to either buy or sell your house. They know what the market is yielding, and they know how to either get you the best value for your home or get you into the home that you're looking for in a tough time to buy. Check out their information on the screen. That's Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Garen Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors team, proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports. Good start there from Father Judge. Gets about half. 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 5 as we take under 5 minutes and 37 seconds to play in the first.
And really, you got to, I mean, you talk about big answers. It was a big first drive for LaSalle getting on the board. You want to start strong after what you had 2 weeks ago, and now's the chance for Father Judge. I mean, they need something here. We saw their offense sort of sputter on the first drive. You can't let this game get out of hand too early if you're on that other sideline.
And it's a direct snap. Up the middle they go. Met there. Chris Thompson in the area. Abdul Carter in the area. Number 21, Mackay Johnson in the area as well.
It's so great to see Thompson back. After being injured, it's just nice to see him back on the team and being able to play. And I also like to see that the defense, you see 3 LaSalle guys on that area. They're reading that well, but for Father Judge, it's all about, I'd say, keep it in your quarterback's hand. Obviously, he's leading in rushing. I want to see him throw the ball a little bit. Test this LaSalle secondary.
And that big hand you heard from the folks around us here was for that Chris Thompson tackle. And off the edge, got the line and then some. First down, Father Judge. Looked like Marquis off the edge.
Pretty interesting so far that Father Judge has been attacking the right side of LaSalle's defense. Almost every play, even that passing play with the receiver wide open in the seam. I don't know what they see over on that side of the field, but it's clearly working.
That run credited Derek Smith, the sophomore. We saw him on the other side. He got the tackle in the backfield on Alan Paterzo. First down and 10 for the Crusaders of Father Judge. They give his right up the middle, and again some more space as he got to the second level. Hit there after a gain of 4, maybe 5.
I think that just speaks to how well this Father Judge's offensive line is doing right now. These past couple of plays, they're doing a great job moving that LaSalle front and getting these 5, 6-yard plays. That's what it might not look pretty, but it's what an offense needs.
3 minutes and 15 seconds ticking here in the first quarter. Mike Van Horn, haven't seen much of him throwing the ball yet. He's been deferring to his backs. And this time he takes the direct snap up the middle. That was designed all the way. Didn't have another read there. LaSalle makes the stop. Gain of 2 for Mike Van Horn. As mentioned, guys, the leading rusher. And not by a little bit on this Father Judge team. Playing quarterback, but he's rushed it 137 times coming into this game for 721 yards. Next closest, 436 yards on the ground.
That's really impressive for a high school quarterback, to say the least, and really shows this athleticism that he has at the quarterback position and how dangerous he is to this LaSalle defense.
3rd down and 2 in motion. And overloaded to the left side. They'll run it up the middle. Eric Smith spins, but nowhere to go. That'll be a loss. And it's 4th down, decision time. They're 5 yards on their side of midfield. They need a yard shy of the 50 for a first down.
And seeing a lot of team tackles out here, a lot of gold helmets, you know. But some ball hawks out here tonight.
That's what you like to see on defense. You kind of get your heart and soul back in number 44. And not to say they were struggling the last couple of weeks, but you know, it means a little something when you got your whole squad out there.
And it's a fake. Not gonna get there. LaSalle up to task. Sean McFadden in there on the stop. Dan Ford in there on the stop. Kieran Campbell as well.
Weren't going to fool this Explorers special teams, all 3 phases, right? And, well, trying to throw a fake early on. catch the Explorers off guard, and did not do so. And now the Explorers set up on the plus side of the field, chance to put an early mark on this game.
LaSalle with similar field position to last drive as well. Yeah, special teams has done a pretty good job so far.
That's right. Of the 3 drives they've started, just 1 has been on their half of midfield. Now Stevie Davis gets the give, breaks it to the other side, sticks his feet in the turf and moves upfield. That'll be more than enough for a first down. Give him 15.
Nice job by Stevie Davis, a guy we usually see in the second half getting a couple chances here early on, bouncing it out. You see that speedy running back. Had four Father Judge defenders around him, able to just kind of juke and jive and hold on to that ball, too. They were ball hawking it at the end of that play there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was designed to bounce back to the right, but that was a great pickup by Stevie, going out to the right side after seeing nothing on the left there.
Well, and a guy like him, Tyler, I know you didn't play much on the offensive line, but it really keeps you on your toes when you know Stevie Davis can take it anywhere once he gets the football. Chased down from behind. Good stop there by number 26 for Father Judge, Aiden Sluke.
My senior year, I played both ways one time, and it was the most tired I've ever been. So I was happy to get relief from the offensive line.
You would not have. What were they called in the Arena Football League? The two-way guys, Ironmen.
The Ironmen.
Ironmen.
Yep.
You would not have been an Ironman. Is that what you're saying?
It's like a copper man or something.
Exactly. Rest in peace, Philadelphia Souls. It's sad to hear that they're gone.
Rest in peace, the official
winning
Philadelphia Soul pregame
winning
show. High snap, great catch, and he took off with it. Alan Paterzo. He took a hit on the sideline, but created third down and manageable. Well, flag first, and that's going to come back.
Holding is the call against LaSalle.
He really heard me on that when I said he wasn't that mobile. I mean,
I don't know if he had much of a choice on that play.
That's
that high
true.
snap, I don't know if the handoff was supposed to come across with that little sweep, but what a snag, though. Able to go up and make sure that one didn't get over his head.
Will, nice job hanging on that one, man. Fooled everybody but you.
Yeah.
My man. Will Ryan, class of 2023 on camera, and he and Ray will be switching from camera to color over the course of the night. So appreciate both of you guys being here. And this is great. I mean, a 5-man Bob Long Sports crew.
In a venue that probably
and
shouldn't have had 5 people.
A 2-man space.
And the clock continued to tick, so 0-0 here in the first quarter.
No hard count? No Aaron Rodgers there at the end of the quarter? They're trying to draw him off sides?
They'll work on that
And
for the next time.
A reminder that our snack stand is open
And folks, a reminder as we turn to the second quarter that this portion of today's game is brought to you by the Station Tap House.
speaking of snack stands.
They were talking about the snack stand. No disrespect here, but Station Tap House steps it up a notch. Run by the Wade family and associated with LaSalle, right in the heart of Doylestown at the old Doylestown train station. Not even old. It's currently used for a regional rail line. So it's a great spot to get a bite to eat. Great place to have a party. I've been there for engagement parties in the past. Lots of TVs, a great back room if you're trying to do something a little bit more intimate. The Wade family does a wonderful job. We appreciate their sponsorship. And guys, we're working on doing an event over there. I would love to get out there and do something with you guys. And we'll talk to the folks in charge about that. That's the Station Tap House in Doylestown.
Second down and 20.
So, second and 20 here, Tyler.
Say the word, boss. I'll meet you out there.
You got it.
It's going to be on Alan Paterzo's arm. I'm interested to see how his throw goes.
They do decide to throw it here. Paterzo has a lot of time, chucks it deep, has Sorge open. Touchdown, LaSalle.
Wow.
That might have been the cleanest throw we've seen from Alan Paterzo all season long. Hitting Sorge in stride. Stepping back, has a clean pocket, able to step up, just deliver that ball. And Will doing a nice job following that ball right down into Sorge's hands for the touchdown.
And credit to Sorge. He had like 10 yards of space there. He ran a great route there, great separation.
Credit to Will. Credit to Will.
That's right.
Come on.
I was going to say credit to Paterzo with the pocket closing, being able to get that ball off. And for reading that defense, they read that defense perfectly, finding the hole.
Okay, I'll bite. Credit to the offensive lines.
Credit to Sturgo.
And there goes another one.
Oh, wow, that's gone.
Yep.
That went down into that business unit down there.
Yeah, sure did. Better check the windows down there.
LaSalle donates a ball.
Every window they break, Santiago Sterler will personally sign the ball.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. Credit to Sterla.
There you go.
11:51 to go on the clock, guys, here. That's the first play of the second quarter, and Alan Paterzo and the LaSalle offense rolling right now, dressed in the white with the blue pants and the beautiful gold helmets with the Block L. Good to see him back to the Block L, guys. Tyler, you were a Block L, right, when you were playing in 2009 through 2012?
I mean, I'm biased, but I was never a big fan of the curse of LaSalle. I like the big blocks, you know. You got the Letterman jacket. You got it's all, you know, Block L's. Like, I like it.
You know what it was, guys, is Joe Calistro, long-time and legendary LaSalle football coach. When he was coaching, even before him, it was the curse of LaSalle. And by the way, the guy sitting 5 feet to my right should be telling all of you this, Bill Wasilenko, not me. But then when Drew Gordon came along with the head coach, they went to the Block L as that's scooped up at the 10. And a nice return up to the 40-plus yard line. And then sometime around maybe it was 2 or 3 years after you left, John Steinmetz was hired back as the head coach at LaSalle, served many years as the defensive coordinator, went back to the curse of LaSalle, and then more recently back to the Block L. So I'm sure there will be a time in the future where we'll see that curse of LaSalle, and it's nice to mix it up.
It is. It is. And no you know, disrespect to those that like the curse of LaSalle helmet. You know, to each their own. I love changing uniform. I appreciate Steinmetz, you know, seeing the best of both worlds. And
That's right.
Yeah.
But the only state championship in program history is won with, Tyler?
I think there was a Block L.
Block L.
I think that's what's on the side of the helmet. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Thanks, Drew. Coach Gordon.
All right, so a flag goes against Father Judge. You see player injured on the field as well. Good to see him up. That's Eric Smith, who's done everything here tonight. And before we get back to play, tell you that this portion of today's game brought to you by Treasure Sign. Treasure Sign is a fantastic sign company in the Philadelphia area run by the Convey family, involved with the football program as well. We see Chris up taking film, but their portfolio, quite as simple as everything you see on LaSalle's campus. So if you're looking to do a sign, keep it local, keep it in the family. That's Treasure Sign, proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports. First down and 10 from the 20. Ooh. And nowhere to go that time. Great play. Who else but Sean McFadden coming off the edge.
Excellent penetration. That's the ooh for me was seeing him get through the line, and McFadden doing a nice job not letting the running back get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's the first time Judge went to their left side there. They seem to be playing to their own sideline on almost every play. I mean, call me out if I'm wrong, but
maybe they don't like running towards us. Maybe they hear us over here and we're scaring them away from the right side.
Well, what I saw looking this week, Tyler, is that they like to pull their guards. They have some smaller but athletic guards. Dan Dooley, a sophomore at 6 foot 185. Yeah, he's playing right guard, and he'll pull on just about every rushing play to that left side. They get their big men up and moving. Second down and 9. Van Horn drops straight back. And he's going to take off with it. Taken down by Chris Thompson, short of the line to gain. A gain of just 4. It'll be third down and 5.
And credit to Van Horn there. I didn't think there was a hole there at all, and he snuck through that.
That's how a mobile quarterback picks up basically 100 yards a game, is by, making something out of nothing like that.
I think that even though, as Bob alluded to, this O-line is small, they are still doing very well, I think, against the LaSalle front. They remind me of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, the Mighty Mouse offensive line from last year.
Third down and 5. In motion comes Murphy. And they continue to get Van Horn out of the pocket. Flips it out of bounds. Fourth down coming up, and the LaSalle defense holds again.
Just a nice job by this defense. I mean, not really allowing much of anything tonight for the Crusaders. See Abdul Carter in pursuit there on the back end, just getting rid of it in time is Van Horn.
and 6.
I think if you want to talk about ball hawks, I think Dual Carter is one of the best players on this team at reading that ball and always finding himself in that play. And you see him there bringing pressure to the quarterback.
24/7 rankings would tell you he's one of the best players in the country. As that one is launched high. And it's dropped there by Sorge. On it, Father Judge. They flipped the field with 9:58 to play in the second quarter.
Father Judge's longest play of the game right there. That's a costly mistake by the Explorers, who were so close to blocking that punt.
Listen, you don't have a guy like Ryan Moore back there. He's caught every single punt for you all year long. And that's a tough position to put a guy even as talented as Ryan Sorge into. Night game, don't see a lot of night games, a high punt. That was a difficult situation to put him in.
No slight against Sorge at all. That's
maybe obviously playing a little shallow too. I think you saw the first 2 punts, maybe thinking a little less of this kicker, but he got a hold of one and it was well over his head, and he had to backpedal on that, and just unfortunate to not come up with it.
I think that really shows just how valuable Ryan Moore is to this return game throughout the season. He's such a utility player, and it's I hope he's okay. I think he is, even though he's sitting out this game, but really shows how valuable he is on this return game.
9:46, a timeout on the field called by LaSalle, and so Rob, I think it's time.
It's out there. I beat you to it. It's already, but we'll tell the people on the air that you can let us know where you're at.
Where you at?
Where are you watching from? We will shout you. Tweet at us at Bob Long Sports. Comment in that YouTube comment section. If you want to wade down into the comments and have some fun with us, and let us know, and we'll shout you out on air.
Beautiful. Couldn't have said it better myself, Tyler.
It's his segment. It's his thing. I could never measure up to that, Rob.
I'll let you try it one of these days. What do you think?
I don't know if I'm ready.
We did get one, I'll tell you. Carly
it.
Wade is here with us in stands tonight.
Really?
She's here somewhere.
She's got to come up and say hello.
Yeah, she said she's happy to be here, and go Explorers. Let's go number 4.
First and 10, Father
Colin
Judge.
Wade, for those of you unfamiliar with the LaSalle roster. 9:46 to play here in the second quarter. Van Horn in the shotgun. Takes off right away. Matt Wills in there on the stop. Nobody blocking off the weak side.
And just a great play by Wills. He's made quite a few all year. I mean, he's not the biggest guy out there, but he hits hard, and he knows how to read an offense.
From the LaSalle 29.
Excellent pursuit from Wills. Brother of Ryan Wills, who is up at Penn State as a preferred run-on for James Franklin and the Penn State Nittany Lions, returning to action tomorrow at Beaver Stadium at noon against the Fighting Illini of Illinois. And Will Ryan says he's going to be up there. Wow, love it. Eric Smith again nestles forward. He got maybe 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and short. Guys, that Illinois team, Brett Bielema gave you a great example of what not to do, which is disparage the 2 deep of your offensive line and those guys that you have recruited on that team. Tough scene.
Oh.
It's going to be a rough game for Illinois tomorrow, to say the least, especially walking into Beaver Stadium, especially after their loss to Iowa. They're going to want some blood up there.
Now, first pistol look we've seen, Van Horn. And Smith behind him. They do give it to Eric Smith. Nowhere to go. Sam Ross off the strong side.
Incredible pursuit by Ross, coming off the edge, essentially unblocked, untouched. You'll see him here, man in motion, taking the snap, and just no one put a hand on him.
My favorite type of plays in high school football, DN crashing down like that. You know, it's supposed to be a quick run to the opposite side, and just a great read.
We talked a little bit about pulling guards, right? Dan Dooley, 6 foot, 185, playing right guard. You know, he'll stand out to you out there. Did a great job of pulling, but guess who was in that B gap? Sam Ross. Big play here. 4th down. Van Horn throws to the sideline, incomplete.
It almost, did that look like an option, and then an option to number 4? Whiteley? And then Whiteley actually made the
I
pass?
don't know. I thought Van Horn had some green grass in front of him there. Maybe I'm missing something, but I thought he was about to take off for the first down.
That looked
Pounded
hard to
into the
follow
turf,
that.
though, and instead, LaSalle's offense takes over. And certainly that's one you're going to go for every time. Can't knock the decision nor the play call.
Nope.
LaSalle defense steps up again.
Credit to the defense. Made a great stop down on Judge's side of the field, and mistake by special teams who had a solid game, but they've stepped up and had a great stop.
Paterzo was intended for Kelby Hampton, just maybe a little bit high and away. Second down and 10.
I really like the strategy that LaSalle has coming into this game. I like these quick screen passes. It's a great way for Paterzo to relieve some pressure on Paterzo and for him to get the ball into the hands of his playmakers.
I agree. They've seen something that they like in getting that ball in space to the playmakers like that guy, Sam Brown, along the sidelines.
Oh.
There he goes. Nobody's going to catch him.
Wow.
That was impressive. I mean, it looked like he was bouncing that ball out, had a little bit of room, but, someone will get to him, catch up to him. Sam Brown's like, nah, not happening tonight.
That was
absolutely finding space, able to turn on the jets.
Back on the line of scrimmage, he had a one-on-one, but there was a man blocked on the outside that he was kind of being forced to. He made the executive decision to beat that man. A little stiff arm. Oh wow. There was nothing there at Sam Brown.
That is a grown man's run.
Sam Brown now with a touchdown in all 7 of LaSalle's games this year. A couple of games with multiple touchdowns, but that level of consistency that you talk about, a guy like Jamal Abdur-Rahman and Tim Wade from your years there, Tyler, guys that just brought it every single night. Sam Brown, he missed the first game due to injury. Every time he suited up since then, he's scored himself at least one touchdown.
And he's been a difference maker since, he's been on this team. It's crazy to think that he's a senior this year, and we're not going to be calling out his name next year, but he's making the most of it. He's having a heck of a year.
Rutgers has one heck of a recruit in him, to say the least, and I think that the end of the play really shows how versatile he is. I think he does a great job of breaking tackles, being able to put his nose down, break a few defenders, and then when he on that play, I like the end of it. It shows his speed. He has some great speed, and he turned on the jets on the end. He had a few guys behind him pretty close to start that on the midway of that drive, and he was able to get right by them into the end zone untouched.
Will Ryan is going to have to produce a 3K graphic for us soon. But as you saw, up over 2,000 yards for his LaSalle career.
The spin on that kick. Oh, the lefty.
Caught at the 7. And nice job defending. Don Martin in there on the stop.
I know it wasn't on camera, but Abdul Carter absolutely obliterated his blocker on that play.
I'm really sad I missed that. Like you said,
I heard the pop, and all I did was I looked to my right, and there's 22 running over. I won't. I'll save him the name call out, but that was something.
I was too busy checking out the spin on that kick, like you said, Rob. We were literally right under that kick, it felt like.
I went from there, watching the kick, to hearing the pop, and man, woo, what a play.
Rob, I saw that too, and I think that just shows Abdul's power, as we saw earlier in the game when he was standing still and still able to overpower the running back. It just shows how great of an athlete he truly is.
It's good to see that kind of effort on special teams from a starter like that too.
No quit.
I formation here for Father Judge, and a little bootleg action. Now they fire it, and it's incomplete.
Oh.
Not even close there. Intended for number 11, Denzel Dunbar.
Late flag.
Sam Ross was looking for the hold there. It was a blatant hold.
I'll say.
He was held by his arm. He was pulled down from his arm. He kind of bit in a little too much there. Let's see.
Personal foul called against LaSalle, giving Father Judge a little bit of breathing room here.
15 yards looks huge when you're down this close to the field. That's a big chunk of field.
I like that Judge is starting to throw the ball a little bit more. That obviously LaSalle's been able to hold their running game plan to not much. So I like that they're testing these LaSalle cornerbacks, and they were able. As we all saw, we thought we saw a hold, so I like that they're switching up their game plan here and throwing the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, you kind of have to. 28-0, 6:50 to go, second quarter. Now overloaded on that left side, and they're going to run it that way with Eric Smith. Good blocking there from the Crusaders, but Abdul Carter makes up the space. Kind of reminded me of the play against St. Joe's Prep, where St. Joe's Prep had all the blocking in the world. It was a huge play in that LaSalle St. Joe's Prep game, and Abdul Carter did one of those things where scheme did not beat talent, and he made up the space, made a huge play in that game. That one, a gain of just 3.
That was one heck of a game to be at, Bob. That was such a pleasure to be able to call that game and watch LaSalle and
Rub it in,
St.
Ray.
Joe's play.
Rub it in.
I never
Rub
said
it
it.
in.
I never said victory. I just said LaSalle and St. Joe's play.
No, I think they're talking about
Being
Ray,
able to call it, Ray.
big run there up the middle through the tackles. First down.
I'm pretty sure St. Joe's has a thing of me in their locker room after saying we're going to States. They have a bone to pick with me.
Ray, you're making a lot of enemies this year.
I know. It's kind of scary.
Paterza? Who else you got tonight, Ray?
Did you ever find out you had 2 weeks? Did you do the research on if Speedy changed his name because of you?
Sadly, he has not yet, but he should.
No.
No, like you said he changed his, didn't he add
Legally
Speedy to
changed
his?
his name.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I thought you meant legally.
Really?
I was going to say,
Come
oh
on,
my
guys.
God.
That's what you thought he meant.
Really? Yes. Went down to the courthouse, put in the paperwork, and now his name is forget Stevie.
So
guys.
on Instagram,
Yes.
right, Rob?
He's listed as Speedy Davis on Instagram.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
changed
yeah.
it. So is that because of you?
I'm gonna say it's because of me because I want to take credit for that nickname. So I'm gonna say yes. Thank you, Stevie Davis, for changing your name to Speedy Davis. All because of me, of course.
Now just to get him to change his legal name.
Oh, my goodness. Tight end comes in motion. 2 in the backfield along with Van Horn. And LaSalle makes the stop, but trundling forward for a gain of 4.
Carter in on another one. Just, I mean, whether it's filling gaps or just pursuing the quarterback, the kid never quits on any play. It's going to be fun to watch him, grow at Penn State. And, we talked about it earlier this year. Linebacker right now, definitely going to be that defensive end type build by the time he gets up to Happy Valley. And just going to be fun to watch on Saturdays.
4:30 and ticking here in the second quarter. Van Horn, nowhere to go. Matt Wills blew up that play, caused Van Horn to keep it because he was unblocked on the edge, but then enough time to dart and make the stop as Van Horn kept it.
Tyler, we were talking about that earlier, the unblocked the lineman coming off the edge. Wills was doing that first couple of drives, getting kind of that unblocked look, just unable to get there. The handoff was happening, but that time able to get there, bring his man down. It's just that's a play that's been he's been waiting for that all night.
Yeah,
finally getting it.
Yeah, he saw it a few times, realized he could sell out a little more for it, and did a great job.
3rd down and 8.
Toss.
And they're going to go for the screen. Nice job by Father Judge. They got a first down and more.
It's one of those that always looks so exciting as it's happening because you're like, oh, my God, they're going to get there. They're going to get to him. And just, right away they're calling that screen. So can you get there in time? And the Explorers just unable to do so. Nice little dump off to the running back.
Most frustrating thing on that defensive front, too. It's like, wait, this feels too easy.
They got me.
And there's a reason it feels too easy.
What a great play call by Father Judge. Knowing that LaSalle's going to bring the pressure on their quarterback and being able to get that ball out just before all those linemen and linebackers almost got him. So great overall play for Judge.
1st and 10 from the 18, Van Horn. Bounce it to the outside. I don't know if that was the idea. He had a seam up the middle, but LaSalle set the edge well.
There's Van Horn showing his athleticism on that play. Still able to pick up a few yards on that play, even with 2 LaSalle defenders coming at him. Really showing his versatility for this Father Judge defense, or offense, excuse me.
Was that Sean McFadden that's at the edge there? He did a pretty good job of it.
Yes, sir. I mean, he
did a great job of it.
He's a blast to watch, Tyler. I know edge rusher and outside linebacker can kind of morph into one, so I'm sure you see a little bit of your role in Sean McFadden and how he executes out there on the field. Van Horn taken down.
I got insider information that McFadden's visiting Army this week as well. I can't tell you who told me that, but he might be our cameraman.
Giving Bill Loss a run for his money.
Sitting right next to him.
That's right.
A 7-yard gain.
Possibly inheriting the
The
Salle
throne.
historian. We'll talk to Bill about
Will's
that.
got the present.
It's got the name. Bill.
That's right. Yeah. But Will's got the present. Bill's got the pass. But to be
who's got
blunt,
the future?
Yeah, I thought you really didn't know that.
I think Will's got the future, but I think Will knows his pass pretty good too. They jam it up the middle. The angle's tough from here, but they're moving the first down chains. It'll be first down and goal to go from about the 7.
As judge offense, that's a pretty cool end zone to run into. You got your whole student section back there.
What they really want and what they haven't had the opportunity to do is pin the LaSalle Explorer offense within the shadow of their own goalpost in the student section, the way you'll see at high-level college schools, and how that can be a brute to snap the ball.
If you're able to hold them here, that's the situation LaSalle's going to find themselves in, because this is absolutely 4-down territory.
First down and goal. The give is right up the middle. Smith. He got close. Inside the 2-yard line. Second down and goal.
Clock running, too, so this is a situation I think they're down to 1 timeout. Maybe the Explorers are the ones that use 2, but running clock here, so not much of a hurry by this Judge offense either. We're at 30 seconds and ticking.
Second and goal.
26 seconds as they sneak it, and LaSalle got the first push, but with the second push, he's in there. Touchdown, Father Judge.
Yeah, I mean, great initial push by LaSalle's D there, but Van Horn, seeing his first rodeo, felt the pressure, bounce to the outside there.
Yeah, that was a great job by Van Horn, feeling that push by the LaSalle D and able to roll around into the end zone.
22 seconds left in the half. Father Judge will receive the kick to begin the second half as well.
And that's
Westfield up and good. It's 28-7.
A bullet of a kick. But you mentioned it, a big opportunity there for the Crusaders, getting the ball at the half, able to punch one in, put 7 on the board. Now you're feeling a little more confident going into halftime. You can make your adjustments, come out, and have an opportunity to get right back in this game coming out of the half.
Guys, this portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and former president of the Alumni Board. Has 2 sons that went through LaSalle. Rob Stott is putting his LaSalle Alumni Association bottle up for me to see. What you really need is your E&M Insurance water bottle as well. Listen, if you're looking for property and casualty information, if you're looking for great rates for either commercial or personal, Chris is the guy to go to. Best service, best rates, and they have the most experience in the industry. Maybe you have a young kid, a high school student, that is about to get his or her license. Yeah, those rates can be expensive. Chris knows the pain, and Chris knows how to get you the best rates to help you protect yourself and your family. Now, this is a live ball. Good catch there. And here he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stevie Davis.
Go, Speedy. Let's go.
I was about to say, I love that they let Stevie Davis get that football, because look what he can do.
That's my boy, Speedy Davis. Let's go.
Whoa. What an answer by the Explorers. You had one option to answer that touchdown by Judge, and that was to take the returning kickoff all the way. And what did they do? They put it in the hands of Stevie Davis, and he takes it to the house.
I think Stevie's got some plans later. He really wants that running clock.
Guys, what a scoop.
Whoa.
I mean, that went from that's a live ball and that's a problem as Father Judge bears down on you, too. A clean scoop, good blocking, and pay dirt on the other end.
I also want to say good job by LaSalle special teams.
I'll say so.
Yeah. I was gonna say good job, as you guys have been saying, to recover it. But I also want to say good job opening a gap for Stevie just to run straight through, untouched, all the way to the end zone.
Yeah. I mean,
great job.
Credit to the special teams. They're typically made up of sophomores and juniors. They look good out there, and Sterla is just feeling very generous tonight with these donations.
I think if I keep the tracker right, 4 for 5 on putting them out of the stadium over the nets.
You get a football. You get a football. Everybody gets a football.
So, Tyler, for those that maybe weren't there for the initial bit, what are you referring to? I'm actually a little bit curious myself.
What bet? I'm sorry.
Bit.
The bit.
The
the Oprah bit. That one?
Something like that. What are these donations that you're talking about?
Sorry for those at home. Sterla has been just sending footballs, out of the zip code to neighboring businesses and residential communities.
Got it.
Sorry.
That's okay. And then Ray said he's going to sign every ball for the local business.
I mean, we got to go find them in the bushes first, I think, but.
And that is also a live football, and Judge comes up with that one. Not going to be with the same result. 6 seconds on the clock, and Father Judge is just going to be happy enough to put a knee on this one and get to halftime. That was very dangerous.
That was a great tackle by Carson Wakefield, being able to bring him down. And also just a good job by Sean McFadden. We've been speaking his name a lot today. Good job with him to assist Wakefield with the tackle. Just great overall play by the South Special Teams.
Headed to halftime here on Bob Long Sports. Appreciate everybody being with us here today.
They wouldn't fake kneel it, right?
They would not. Riverboat Rob, that's excessive, man.
This isn't Madden. This isn't Madden.
I've been relatively conservative all year, with the riverboating. So I figured why not get a little crazy here at the end of the first half.
What, are you taking my job here? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, Rob's been riverboating for 7 good quality years.
It's been a while.
Second mortgage on the house, all that good stuff. This portion of today's game brought to you by the Jamison Poorhouse, a great place to go and watch the game. We mentioned the Wade family with Station Tap House, also in charge of the operations at the Jamison Poorhouse. So if you're in that area, it's a great place to go get some food, drinks, spend time with family, have a great time. And we know it's one of our favorite spots to go to after the game. So that's the Jamison Poorhouse. They're a proud sponsor for Bob Long Sports here as we take this one to halftime. Stay with us. We'll be back here shortly on Bob Long Sports. Up next on the mic, we'll hear from Will Ryan checking in on the second half. Ray, great job, buddy, class of 2022. Will, the class of 2023. And then us 3 old parts, Bob Long, Tyler Kern, and Rob Stott. Stay with us, folks. It's halftime.
Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgages dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction, then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage, dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismannion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Hello, folks, and welcome back. Yes, a look inside the broadcast booth here as we get ready to start the second half. Everybody in that frame? Heck yeah, you are. To my right, Tyler Kern. To my left, Rob Stott. And Will Ryan, class of 2023. Now, Will did a great job on camera in the first half, so let's turn it over to him. Now Ray's going to do an excellent job on the camera in the second half. But, Will, what did you see from behind the lens?
Well, Bob, what I saw was a team that got embarrassed 2 weeks ago and didn't want to come out and get embarrassed again. And that's what we were all looking for, really. We wanted some fire from this Explorers offense and defense, both provided.
Absolutely. Tyler, what did you see out there?
Just some great play around the board, actually. Special teams look good. There was that one punt they gave up, but offense, Paterzo, after 2 incompletes, put it together and made some great drives downfield. That incredible pass we saw right in front of us, and defense is just doing what defense does on this LaSalle team. So it's the complete package here tonight.
A nice seasoned effort here and complete effort. LaSalle, this is their penultimate regular season game. They'll play Archbishop Wood next Friday at 7 p.m. That's from Wissahickon High School. It will be senior night for LaSalle. Tonight was senior night for Father Judge. And then right into the playoffs, and depending upon how that game goes, they could play any of the other 3 teams. They could end up playing Roman Catholic. If they win this game and win on Friday, they could also find a situation where if they lose one of those 2 games, they drop into the 2-3 matchup, and it could be a rematch against Archbishop Wood in the first round. So we got a lot of football to play here, and trying to get refined, I'm sure, this LaSalle team as they maneuver through the second half. Now, what we've had to maneuver through is some where you ats, and folks from all over the board letting us know where they're watching from. Rob, this is your thing, buddy. Any
We got a few. We got Bob Moran, alumni, class of 69, with his Mary Moran, checking in from South Bend. They're going to be at the Notre Dame USC game this weekend, so they're saying go Explorers and go Irish as well. So
okay.
And he met Judge's. He said he met Judge's golf coach in the Basilica there. I'm assuming that's at Notre Dame. Is that right? So,
yeah, sure.
So bumped into a guy who might have some interest on the other sideline here for this one. So. And then Ed Wentz checking in from Alabama, saying go EJ and go LaSalle. Him and his wife Diane down there.
A lot of college football venues. I don't know
people
if he's
all over the place, right?
I don't know if he's going to a college football game there or not, but that's certainly the heart of college football country. So they're getting a little Friday night fix.
And then Ted O'Connor watching from 81 South in Roanoke, Virginia. Hopefully, a passenger in the car, watching this game. So keep those eyes on the road. But appreciate you checking in and watching along with us.
Awesome. So. That's great. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. We're here at about 33-ish yard line, 4 rows up at Ramp Playground, and this is one of the coolest venues that we've been at in a long time, guys. It's unlike any setup we've had thus far. We're in the midst of the LaSalle faithful. It's amazing how many more people come up and say hello to you when you're in the top row of the bleachers versus on top of the roof.
Imagine them climbing up the scaffolding on the side. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Nice
they don't like
you.
us that much.
No,
they don't like us that much.
We get it.
There's a convenience factor, and that's okay. But we'll turn your attention now to the field as we head towards the second half. Ray Gomez on camera. And Ray, as you do that, take a look deep on that field. We have a beautiful moon here tonight, just rising above an apartment complex at the end of Ramp Playground. And that's a great image here on a Friday night, a great night of football. Beautiful. LaSalle will kick off. Father Judge trailing 35-7. It was 28-7. Scored with 22 seconds left in that half, and you thought maybe, just maybe, Father Judge returns the second half kickoff, or at least gets the ball to start the second half. Maybe you have a ball game, but Stevie Davis picks up a ball that could have been destined for a fumble. It was a troubled recovery, and he got it, took it back to the house. Now more issues for Father Judge. They do recover it after an initial bobble. And Mike Van Horn will bring the offense back out onto the field. But big-time momentum shifted in those final 20 seconds of the half. Stevie Davis takes it to the house, 70 yards. And LaSalle leads by 4 touchdowns here on the road.
Yeah, it's could have been a very different ball game coming into the second half. And, Father Judge could have had the chance to make this a 14-point game, but
hey,
Stevie
Tyler,
Davis,
another drone.
That's a big one, Bob.
That one's moving quick.
For those of you that didn't get that bit, there was it was just sitting in one spot. It felt like it was a drone, but
giant
Tyler
ton of steel
confirmed that it was a helicopter that was hovering above the field here at Ramp Playground.
Pretty sure I did see a drone though, just to make you feel a little better, Bob. There was at least one drone floating around here tonight.
A run up the middle for no gain. Eric Smith's gotten the wide and the vast majority of the carries here today for Father Judge with limited success. Amir Anderson in there on the stop for LaSalle. Good to see Anderson back. He was not active for last week's game against Roman Catholic. And Will, I think you touched on this more than anybody. They certainly missed him in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelby Hampton, an able cornerback for sure, but it was his second game all year, and to have him on an island with Tyseer Denmark, that's not a recipe for success. Great to have Anderson back.
And Smith put his foot in the turf, ended up to get upfield, gain of maybe 1. Third down and long coming out.
Just a nice job. I know he lost his balance, but a nice job not going completely down to the ground and at least being able to pick up some positive yards rather than falling in the backfield there. But still a third and long here for the Father Judge Crusaders, so an opportunity, just a couple of ticks into this second half for the Explorers to get the ball right back.
A guy we've talked about a lot here tonight, but Sean McFadden in there on the stop coming off the edge. Tyler, I think we talked about it, and I'll get your thoughts after this play. I think I teed you up, and then there was a play that occurred, but I wanted you to kind of compare an outside linebacker to an edge rusher and that role on the defense as Van Horn drops straight back, launches over the top, and it's beyond the outstretched arm of his receiver, Carson Wakefield, in there on the cover, intended for Whiteley.
And, to go off with your tangent there, outside linebacker. I mean, in Steinmetz's defense here, they're not afraid to put their hands in the dirt and, rush the quarterback, as we saw on that one screen pass, unfortunately. But, some good job by McFadden crashing down and sniffing out that football, whether it be in the running back's hand, but also not afraid to go into coverage either. That's a very versatile position out there. And McFadden does it better than almost no one else here.
And Matt Mitchell, and now he's going to have to stop it. He waited for the fair catch and then dropped it. So once he recovers possession, that's the end of the play. Matt Mitchell, they put him back there that time to accompany Sorge after Sorge struggled with the last one. But this time LaSalle did come up with it. Wow.
Matt Mitchell weighing in at 145.
Will loves Matt Mitchell. He had an unbelievable game against St. Joe's Prep, Matt did.
Yeah, Matt was all over the place versus St. Joe's Prep. Blocked punt, nice recovery on a weird kick from Chada, and then down in the ball at the 1 yard line. Matt Mitchell was all over the place.
You love to see that. It's a lot of heart there.
The Steve Tasker of the LaSalle College High School football team. Now a nice throw across the middle. The slant to Kelby Hampton, a first down and a lot more. I think there was an offside there. Well, I know there was an offside, but there was no flag thrown.
Yeah, a little movement, just didn't pick it up, but nice job, regardless of Hampton, to reel that little quick slant in and pick up a first down. Again, these quick throws coming from Paterzo are keeping them, in a nice rhythm here. So, got to credit Joe Wade for the play calling and obviously Paterzo with the execution.
And they're going to go the screen again. Hampton, good block out there by Sam Brown. Hampton run out of bounds and ripped down.
Took a little dance class going on over there, taking a couple twirls around before able to actually bring Hampton down. Just a strong run.
Prom's not until spring, guys.
Well, there's some winter dances.
Yeah, there are some winter dances. Yeah, sorry.
And Bob, you just mentioned it. Not only Sam Brown out there, but also Noel Henry picking up a block as well. Great job by both Brown and Henry. Open up a gap for Hampton.
Another play the Eagles should watch. Blocking too many screens too early.
And a great throw to the outside. That is Noel Henry. There you go, Will. Reward him. After he lays a block down the field, reward the wide receiver.
And, you alluded to this a couple plays ago, but, this LaSalle coaching staff does a great job of playing to its team's strengths. Whether it be any facet of the game. Stevie Davis out in special teams. Just McFadden, perfect example. Just every player out there. They're even playing to Paterzo's strength. Like you said, these quick passes are looking nice.
And Tyler, just to go off on your point about the personnel of LaSalle, a real versatile group. Obviously, Hampton going both ways.
Yep.
Henry, we don't really have a true tight end, so he goes wide receiver. He can block and he can catch.
Throw it to the end zone, incomplete. Kelby Hampton got two hands on the football, couldn't hold on. Good throw there by Paterzo. Pretty good coverage by Father Judge as well.
An excellent spot by Paterzo. Just had the coverage, Hampton going up and just unable to control it on the way to the ground.
Good job by Ray there too. That was great coverage, Ray.
That's a tough pass to get from this angle and keep it all in frame. We're getting these LaSalle students a lot of experience here, and all the credit in the world to these guys. They're learning on the fly, doing an excellent job. Color commentary, camera. They're going to be production and on-air fiends by the time they get to college. Sam Brown, run out of bounds, but more than enough for the first down on 3rd and 4.
Sam Brown didn't have anywhere within 10 yards of him
No.
once he caught that ball. So, that's a automatic first down almost.
Father Judge, I'm not sure who was supposed to be spying on him, but 27 should not have that much open space in front of him. It's a nice job by Paterzo to spot him, deliver him the ball, and pick up a first down.
And an injury timeout on the field. It looks like there's a Father Judge player down as there's a member of that coaching staff out there. Hopefully he is okay, and we'll be able to get up and get off the field. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance. Great spot to get some insurance, property and casualty, whether you're looking for personal insurance or commercial insurance. They do it all. Run by Chris Marr, class of 1989 at LaSalle, and he sent 2 sons to LaSalle also. Stays very invested and does stay very well connected to everything at LaSalle. But they're a local shop run in North Wales, have some LaSalle grads that work for him, and they have some great agents that you can work with. That's Chris Marr, E&M Insurance. If you're looking to get a quote on your rates, if you're looking for the best service, and most importantly, if you're looking for the most professional staff, someone's going to tell you what you need to know, what you're not thinking about, what risks are you facing. You know he's going to do right by you. Pay it forward to the LaSalle community and beyond. E&M Insurance, LLC.
Warm hand for Eric Smith.
Eric Smith, you see him walking off the field now, and he's a guy who's been really impressive for this Crusader team, guys, both ways, offensively and defensively. Primary ball carrier for this team and a sack defensively.
Offense, defense, special teams, he's their kick returner, and you feel bad because he got beat up a little bit earlier today. He came back, shows the toughness of Smith, but you feel bad. Hopefully he's okay.
And we're going to have a little bit more time here as he's struggling to get across the field.
Will has a bit of a fan group down here. He's getting pictures taken of him. Will, do you want to share some insight?
Yeah, that's Mrs. Miller, safety Brendan Miller's mom, and she was a teacher at the grade school I went to.
Awesome. 9:09 on the clock. And now a timeout called by Father Judge.
Wow.
The first two remaining.
Interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, one would think during the injury timeout they'd be able to organize their defense.
Unless they were so perplexed by what Joe Wade sent out there on offense, but I don't know.
Another touchdown and an extra point would send this game to a running clock. 9:09, as you see on the clock here, remains in the third quarter. Our broadcast crew today, Tyler Kern, Rob Stott, Will Ryan is on color, Ray Gomez flipped to camera here for the second half. Great to have these guys and get to know the names, sounds, and faces of these two. They're going to be helping us out with basketball and beyond, really. Everything we can do this year. We're excited to have them on board.
Do I hear a rugby game in the future, Bob?
Hey.
We might be calling Ray in a rugby game. There you go.
I would love to do that.
It's a shame, though. One of our two knowledgeable subjects on the matter would be playing in the game. Wouldn't be on the broadcast anymore. Now back to action. Sam Brown, he's already got 2 touchdowns. Sam Brown, he's got
Yeah, but we've got a hold on Kelby
and,
Hampton, too.
Coming back. So this is the problem spot of the broadcast.
They ran to the one area where we couldn't see.
It looked clean from here.
Yep.
Tyler says, I had the angle.
About 70 yards downfield, a few gold helmets in the way, but that looked like a clean block from
and
here.
And a shed.
10-yard penalty.
Not the least of which.
20 for the Explorers.
That shed is unbelievable, by the way. So there's a press box up there. It's very small. Couldn't make our way up there today. But on the backside, there's a snack stand, and that is a big line over there.
Wow.
That is a shed that I can get behind. It's got snacks down the first.
Not inside of it? You don't want to be inside the shed? Just
no, it's just multifunctional. I respect that.
Now a quick out. Sam Brown makes the catch, but great defense there by Father Judge.
I wonder if that's like a Lancaster shed or where the materials come from, because they are known for their sheds out in Lancaster.
Gosh, I guess you learn something every day. Huh?
Don't you?
I don't know.
Our shed at our house is they're very big out there. Did you know that? You didn't know that?
Second down and 8.
Very good woodworkers out that way.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here on Bob Long Sports.
Tell you what, man.
Let that clock run.
Rob, if you try to talk and your microphone's muted at some point, don't take it personally.
I won't.
Now a deep drop. Paterzo steps up and is taken down. A sack by Father Judge. And this is going to be 3rd and a mile.
Felt the pressure, did Paterzo, and tried to step up into a pocket that was just collapsing around him. Nothing downfield, thinking he can maybe get away for a couple yards, but absolutely nothing available to him.
7:54 and ticking here in the third quarter. LaSalle dressed in the white with the navy blue bottoms and the gold helmets.
At the Crusader 30.
Need to go a long way. Call it 20, 23?
Feels like
for a first down.
Touchdown or bust on this play. I know they could pick up a first down.
See what they come out with. It's 3 receivers. E.J. Wentz is in the backfield. In motion comes Sorge, and he'll roll that way. Paterzo throws it across his body, caught by Sam Brown.
Wow.
Sam Brown goes for the far pylon. Touchdown.
Well, I said touchdown or bust. Don't want to say I called it, but no flags.
Riverboat Rob.
Oh. There are flags on the play. Probably going to see a holding. But that, just unbelievable play. Rolling one way is Paterzo finding Sam Brown. And then Brown just able to cut it back across the field, but apparently with the help of a hold. So now, add another 10.
It's going to be third and 30.
33?
Yeah, 30-something.
Sam Brown has a chance on this play here to score his 3rd touchdown of the drive.
42-yard line.
And, I mean, that Brown ran his route and, already had a great job of Paterzo on the run. That's just a good connection between those two, knowing each other's game, sort of.
Usually a dangerous throw across your body, but Paterzo did a great job of recognizing that the field was open there.
3rd and 34 officially.
Paterzo throws a screen. It's E.J. Wentz. A lot of blocking. There he goes along the sideline. Won't get the first down, but it does make things interesting.
Wow.
Got back inside the sticks. It'll be 4th down and 9.
Impressive. I mean, you had to expect a dump off in that kind of situation, a run, you're not thinking you're going to pick up the first down, but to get as much yardage as they did on 3rd down, it makes it really interesting here. I mean, we see Sterla coming on to kick, but man, what a unfortunate that drive had to end that way. You saw a couple touchdowns get called back by holds, but nice job by the Explorers, able to salvage some points out of this drive.
Santiago Sterla.
34 yards.
They got him teed up at 33 yards away into the father judge student section. Sterla's kick is up. And it is good. Pound its way through. One more look. Some look funky off the kick there, but Sterla got that one through the uprights.
He had his eyes, could see the defender coming off the edge too, getting close, maybe felt a little rushed. But Sterla, nice job keeping his concentration, putting that ball, swinging that left leg up and through.
I mean, maybe he just felt guilty about hitting the last 3 out of the stadium and wanted to have a nice little chip shot.
Like keep one in.
That was a little sawed-off 9-iron from Santiago Sterla.
They were running out of balls.
Do you think they go down there and get them back, or do you think they're out there still? You think they send someone down?
That's a really good question. Honestly, not one I've contemplated to this point.
Well, going to have to at some point.
The local business could have some type of alarm system. You never know. I mean,
I didn't hear anything go. I didn't hear glass shatter.
No, I didn't hear that.
I mean, granted, we
either.
have headphones on, but no sirens.
Sterla will kick off.
Sterla, his 4th field goal of the year. And LaSalle with its largest lead at 31. Sterla kicks this one high. And that one does stay in the field of play. It's fumbled, and now Father Judge certainly in some trouble. Not going to have good field possession.
We haven't seen many clean catches on special teams today for either side.
All night for both teams, really coming up with clean catches, and that time it, kind of disrupts timing of the block. Guys getting downfield in their lanes as well. But that time, LaSalle doing a nice job pursuing and able to round up the returner and keep it to very minimal game.
Rob, halfway through the 3rd quarter, seems like a great time.
Where you at, peeps? Let us know. Shout us out on Twitter at Bob Long Sports in the YouTube comments. Let us know where you're watching, and we will give you a shout out here live on the air.
Van Horn throws to the outside. Chris Thompson.
Wow.
Welcome back to your senior captain.
It's a loss on the play, it looked like. Just Van Horn dropping back, firing to the outside, and Thompson saw where that play was going the whole way and just absolutely putting a hit on the receiver, keeping it to no gain.
So this might be a Ray and a Will thing here, but for a where you at, we got somebody with a direct ask. We mentioned the rugby game, Tyler. He says, this is Brendan Petrilli saying if you guys need help calling a rugby game, just let him know.
It's awesome. We love getting the students involved. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, and I'm sure Ray is as well.
Absolutely.
Ray said no. I'm kidding. Ray gave it a resounding yes.
On the carry.
And a little ad on the student life and scoreboard. It looks like LaSalle's up 5-0 in their playoff soccer game today. Seth Mikulek with a goal to put them up 5-0.
First night game in the history of Flannery Field.
That's awesome.
Surrounded, wrapped by divine track.
Yeah, and Coach McCaffrey was pretty excited for that, and it seemed like a lot of the student body was going to head out to the game, and it's great that they can go up against a tough, I believe, Conwell-Egan team. I could be wrong on that.
That's
but
right.
A tough Conwell-Egan team, and put up a 5 spot.
3rd down and 7. Van Horn in the shotgun for Father Judge as he drops straight back this time. They set up the screen again, incomplete. And it's 4th down. Father Judge, I would think they'll bring the punt unit out, but then again, yeah, here they come.
I mean, the exceptional 1 drive, 1 touchdown tonight. This LaSalle defense has been absolutely stout. I think you can count on one hand. Have to do a little math backwards, but one hand the number of completed passes for Father Judge tonight. It's been strong pursuit to the ball, not allowing holes to open up on the line, and just unbelievable defense tonight.
Yeah, and the most notable of those drives were the one that we muffed the punt deep in our own territory, and Father Judge had the ball I believe they didn't get it. I believe they went for 4th down there.
You're right.
And didn't get it.
The punt down to LaSalle's 37. That was a really good hop there. It was a high, short one, and probably got another 15 to 20 yards of roll. And that's where Paterzo and the LaSalle offense will start with 4:03 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Looking to punch it in. Feeling probably a little jaded by these Zebras here tonight on that last drive, getting a couple holding calls, calling back a couple touchdowns, wanting to not let that happen on this drive and get that clock ticking.
One more time for where you at. Let us know where you're watching. We talked about Brendan working the LaSalle Twitter account and watching alongside here today. And Sam Brown takes the screen pass, cuts up the field, still going, and maybe if he had escaped that tackle, might have been gone.
Just unbelievable cutting. I mean, just the change in direction on a dime is, we've been watching it over the years, and this season in particular, just weaving his way through a defense that has absolutely no idea how to bring down number 27.
And kudos to Luke Schisler for getting there and blocking his man and giving Brown, a nice gap there.
Yeah, Schisler, Carr, Thiel,
all of them
have been awesome today. I mean, really good. Krug. Little ad-lib that time from Alan Paterzo. I like the look. Just a little bit high, intended for Noel Henry.
It's a nice job kind of seeing nothing really downfield, noticing the screen's well covered. Henry tells him, I can run. He even pointed. He's like, I'll run. They did it, just unable to connect.
And that's something that comes from playing with each other for a while as the season goes on. A little bit of chemistry, a little nod of the head. You know where I'm going. You know where I'll be.
On those broken screen passes, you're always looking for the ineligible receiver downfield. It looks like the LaSalle offensive line kind of stayed in their spot.
Sam Brown turns on the Jets, and he's gone. No flags. Touchdown, LaSalle.
Not holding them back that time. That is just another excellent job by this offensive line. You see them setting their blocks, setting the edge.
There were a couple Rutgers coaches here on the sideline earlier today. I've got a feeling they might like what they see.
And Luke Schisler again. Another great block getting out there on the edge.
I saw Sorge out in front there, too, setting a block for Brown.
Brown has a knack for, picking that one guy that's one-on-one with him and just making him miss. Like, he's done a great job of it tonight and throughout his career here at LaSalle.
Up and out. Make that 5 for 6.
Bangs the top of the red RAV4. Whose car is that?
Hopefully Sterla has good insurance.
Hey, look at that. E&M Insurance. My man.
I see what's happening.
Oh. Tyler's looking for the graphic. Where's the graphic? Needs his insurance. Oh, bang.
Boom.
Beautiful. Proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports. Tyler, I'm going to start having you doing my reads. Chris Marr, thanks you.
Happy to be here, Chris.
Oh, my goodness. That's great. This portion of this game also brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Fox and Roach Realtors team. If you're looking to buy or sell your house, whether in PA or New Jersey, maybe you want a shore house for next summer and fall, they are the folks to go to. Great experts. They help my wife and I find our house. Check out their contact information before. Pay it forward. And that one is way out of the end zone. On a hopper, too. Sterla continues to impress, and now everything in between whistles here will be a running clock.
You start to wonder if the next offensive drive for the Explorers, if we see Paterzo back out there.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity now, running clock. Probably imagine you'll see it, on the other side of the fourth quarter, the break between quarters here, so good opportunity to get some fresh faces out there, get some real-time, real game experience.
Already you see Nick Prosperi out there, some other numbers and guys that don't always get snaps on defense.
Some cleaner jerseys.
And they bounce it off tackle.
Ooh. Oh,
and it's LaSalle football. Wow.
Wow.
Carson Wakefield coming up with that one.
Yes, sir. Coming out of his safety position. You see him there in the center of your screen coming over.
Ripping
ball
the
is
ball
out.
out.
That's a good call. It was tough to see in live time at full speed.
Solid camera work there, too, able to help us pick that one up. You see the knees are not down, and that is, Wakefield ripping the ball out as he's mid-tackle.
That might have been, was that Amir Anderson ripping it out and Wakefield picking it up?
It looked like Anderson, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to see from the 30-yard line on the other side, but
4 rows up. Hey, man, I'm going to remember this game, guys. This is a cool experience, and I can't wait to come back in a couple of years. Now Dom Martin, he slipped and has got back to maybe the line of scrimmage, maybe lost one. Most importantly, when you see the slip like that, just you're happy to see him get up and be moving along okay.
And to add to this great experience, what a night this is. I mean, what a beautiful fall, mid to late October day and evening that this has become. Mid-60s most of the day. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Not much of a breeze, but pretty nice.
That's what high school football is all about. That's when I think of high school football. I think of this weather.
Absolutely.
Nights like this. Friday night. Pretty rare for LaSalle to play on a Friday night.
Now they fake the give to Martin, and wide open there is Stevie Davis. Stevie Davis needs one block, holding it off. Stevie Davis, he's in there.
You love to see it.
Beautiful.
Just nice bootleg, little play action, finding Davis out there in the flat. Davis turns up. You can see absolutely no one in front of him until you get the hat that stands up, but that's all right.
I mean,
at that point, you could also see absolutely no one.
Right.
Kudos to Kelby Hampton, though. Kelby Hampton was down there at the end zone. He recognized that Stevie was going to do Stevie things, and he made a great block. Yeah, great block by Kelby Hampton there.
Pretty clever there, huh,
Yeah,
Rob?
that's good stuff.
Rob, I know you saw this. I think we both saw Ryan Sorge
Yeah,
across
he
the
wanted
middle.
it. He
And I was
wanted
about
it.
to say maybe we could have gotten a touchdown pass there, but Stevie
got one
Davis
anyway.
said, I'll take it myself.
Yeah,
And
this
now an official.
It looks like an encroachment on Father Judge. I think they encroached, and Luke Schisler got knocked over. Which isn't easy to do.
No, it is not. He's been the one laying blocks down the field. Excellent athleticism from Schisler here tonight. And Santiago Sterla.
Boo!
What are you doing there, Rob?
He's only 6 for 8 now on kicking it out of the stadium.
Yeah, that was going to say. That's good.
It's a good kick, but not over the net. I wanted it over the net.
He hasn't met his deductible yet. He really cannot afford to hit another one out of the stadium.
Oh. Now, Tyler, you playing judge back in your day. It wasn't Ramp, was it? Where did you play judge?
I think it was at Springfield High School. If I have to, yeah.
So
yeah.
home games for LaSalle.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, way back when. That was a good. No, it was Plymouth White Marsh actually. No, it was Plymouth White Marsh. That's the old home field for LaSalle.
Yep.
Been a while since we've been there.
Yeah. It has. I have enjoyed the move to Wissahickon.
Yeah.
Though. Nothing against Plymouth White Marsh, but that's an excellent complex facility. Yep. And 10 minutes from my house. Did I say that? Okay.
Hey, guys, I don't want to jinx anything, but we scored 63 points against Newman Goretti in 2010, 11 points and a quarter to play. Is it possible?
And that is
the
all-time record?
It is.
Well, I remember some of that game. I got knocked out with a concussion.
Some of that game.
Hoping for better fates for Tyler Kern here today. Nice return for Father Judge out to the 37-yard line. First down. Smith. Good to see Smith back.
Yeah, and how about Dom Martin with the tackle there as well? I mean, we said we're happy that he's okay, not because, of course, because he's a good running back, but also he does a lot of other things for this Explorers football team. A big presence on special teams, and that's a great tackle there by Martin.
Now we're seeing a lot of fresh numbers on defense.
"35 seconds and ticking here, running clock in the third quarter." Mike Van Horn takes the snap and he bobbled it, got it off to Eric Smith, and that's been a good decision here today. He's been their most effective weapon. That time got 10.5, good enough for a Father Judge first down.
Pickup of 10 and a first down, Father Judge at their
looked like, I think if I'm seeing number 25, it'd be James Dolan, a freshman.
For LaSalle now?
Yep. On the tackle? I thought I saw either 25 or 26.
Yeah, I see 25 out there as well.
That is the end of the third quarter with the score.
3 quarters in the books. LaSalle 52, Father Judge 7. An excellent rebound effort for LaSalle after a tough loss to Roman Catholic the week before the bye, and the week after the win over St. Joseph's Prep. LaSalle starting to turn its attention towards the final stretch here. Guys, it's all hard games from here on out. It's Archbishop Wood next Friday at 7, Will, and then playoff time, and then you play until you lose or you find yourself in Hershey, one or the other.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch that Archbishop Wood team play St. Joe's Prep last week, and they played with them pretty tight for the first 3 quarters of the game, had a lead in the third quarter on a nice pass. I believe it was Trey Holzman to Samaj Bridgman. After that, Samaj Jones, the Prep quarterback, who, just like the Father Judge quarterback, uses his legs quite often. He scored 3 rush touchdowns in that second half and kind of put the team on his back, or on his legs, we should say. But yeah, this Archbishop Wood team, they're a fun team to watch. They go 2 quarterbacks. They have Trey Holzman. They also have Makai Wharton. So it'll be interesting to see what they go with next week.
As long as they don't have Kyle Pitts. That's all I care about. No Kyle Pitts.
Well, I believe Marcus Dixon dubbed himself as trying to become the next Kyle Pitts. So we'll see. Dixon, a great, pretty athletic junior tight end for this Archbishop Wood team. And Samaj Bridgman, the 4-star linebacker, get some snaps on the offensive side as well. As I mentioned, the Holzman to Bridgman touchdown in the Prep game.
Dunlop got the stop. That was Bill Whiteley with the carry up the middle, 2nd and 5.
And Bob, you mentioned no easy games from here on out, but LaSalle's schedule from the beginning of this year was pretty tough. They set themselves up with some difficult teams just for this scenario, I believe.
You're absolutely right. Father Judge, on the other hand, they're the only team representing the Philadelphia Catholic League in the 5A as Van Horn steps up, has some time.
Ooh. Wow.
Goal lost some yardage there. Great job defensively by LaSalle.
Nick Prosperi. There he is.
And the sideline loves it. Prosperi loves it.
Coming
The
up
people
flexing, I like it.
right in front of us love it as well.
So you take a look at this defensive line right now. On the right edge, you got Connor Jennings, a younger brother of Penn football player Paul Jennings. Then you go, I believe that's Cole Kozlowski, who you see as the 6th offensive lineman quite often.
Yep.
You see Nick Prosperi, the who just got the big sack, and then I believe that's Brendan O'Connor on the left edge.
Handoff up the middle. And didn't get all the way to the first down marker, 4th and 2, but certainly the offense will remain on the field here. 10:25 and ticking in the 4th quarter. A running clock here from Ramp Playground.
At the LaSalle 45-yard line.
And you want to keep the theme of versatility. Now Kelby Hampton's playing corner. And we said earlier on the drive, Colin Dunlap with a tackle. In the Haverford game, we saw him pick up a 15-yard reception. So these guys do it all.
If things go right for Kelby Hampton, you could be looking at a very, very talented senior contributor. He's a guy that I'm looking forward to see over the next few years. Van Horn. Oh, baby lowers the helmet. Got the first down. 4th down, he certainly knew he needed it.
That's what you love to see in a player. I mean, just the grit, determination, and he knows what the scoreboard says, but he's still going to go out there, fight for his team, fight for every yard, go in there, put his head down, and pick up a much-needed first down for the Crusaders.
So as mentioned, Father Judge, a 5A team, the only one in the Catholic League. So they're going to get essentially a bye to the District 12 5A championship game. TBD as to who they'll face there. But there's some really good 5A teams. Yep, you know where I'm thinking. But 4 6A teams in the Catholic League. As the give is up the middle, good little run there. 8:57 and ticking. And so Roman Catholic all but assured the 4th spot. I think with this result, they will be guaranteed the 4th spot. Then Archbishop Wood, LaSalle, and St. Joe's Prep could go any direction for those other three teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a score, but I did get a text saying that St. Joe's Prep was taking care of Roman Catholic tonight.
Yep. And those two results would, even from a head-to-head perspective, it would be Roman's 3rd loss in the Catholic League, so LaSalle couldn't drop by behind them. They are guaranteed that 4th spot. They'll play the top seed, which could be LaSalle if they win next week against Archbishop Wood. They would have the head-to-head tiebreaker on St. Joe's Prep. 1 loss in the league for each of them. Archbishop Wood would drop with a 2nd loss, would be 1 to LaSalle, 1 to St. Joe's Prep. And so, yes, LaSalle would get that number 1 seed based on head-to-head.
You think about the seeding possibilities there, and you don't want to, still 7:58 and running in this clock. But depending on that, how things play out next weekend, it's either you're looking at the 1 and possibly facing, Roman Catholic again in probably a rematch that LaSalle wants for sure. Or, say things go the other way, you could be looking at a 2-3 matchup of LaSalle and Prep. LaSalle. It'd be LaSalle and Wood back-to-back.
It would be LaSalle and Wood back-to-back. We saw that just last year when LaSalle played Roman Catholic in the final game of the regular season. Well, it wasn't last year. I guess it was 2 years ago because of COVID.
Yep.
But yeah, he played them, Roman Catholic, and then we went right back, same time, same venue. It was Plymouth White Marsh that year.
It's crazy.
7:17 and ticking. And Father Judge, give them credit here for hanging in on this offensive drive, moving the sticks a couple of times and trying to add some more points.
It's been a long drive, but we talked about the backups that we might see on offense. The receiving core looks like it might be Mackay Holland, Tone Rivers, and Colin Wade. And I guess the assumption would be Connor Melman at quarterback, but
I think so.
We're not sure.
Eric Smith, more tough yardage. Got 1 yard shy of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Hats off to Eric Smith today. I mean, my goodness, we thought he was done twice.
Yeah.
And he's back out there running downhill. It's real quite impressive. Inspiring performance from Eric Smith.
You're not kidding, Will.
3rd down and 2.
3rd down, they say 2 yards to get to those sticks. Certainly 4 down territory here for Father Judge.
It's been run, run, run.
And this is Whiteley Whiteley runs through a tackler. He's got the first down. And Father Judge playing as physical football as they've played all night.
And, I mean, the run game was working for them pretty early on. They got, into a deep hole with the, LaSalle up 14-0 pretty quickly. So I think they tried to resort to the passing game. But
hindsight is 20/20, right? But, you see how they're running the ball. You almost wonder if them just taking time off the clock and letting the clock run down and control the game the way they have on this drive and their other touchdown drive. Could be looking at a different game here tonight.
Recognize also a lot of two deeps on the field here for LaSalle. I do think that affects things in the positive for the Crusaders offense as another effective run takes them down inside the 10-yard line.
Too deep, not your normal starters. I mean, there's certainly quite a few factors playing into this drive, but still, hats off to Father Judge and what they're able to do here.
Second down and 4.
Second down and 4 coming up, ticking under 5 minutes to go in this one. Before we get out of here, I want to thank Jake Surface as well. Longtime buddy of ours here at Bob Long Sports, always taking care of us. He's the AD at Father Judge. And we had a call earlier this week. He says, hey, I want you to come. You're welcome to come. We need to talk about where you're going to set up. And I'm glad we had that conversation. This has been an excellent spot to broadcast the game from, call the game from. Appreciate everybody being here with us to experience this game from a unique vantage point at truly one of the great venues around Philadelphia and beyond. In fact, go ahead.
No, I know you said we were looking at pictures ahead of time on where you might have to plug in. Are you literally plugged into the light pole that's off to our right here?
No, better.
Okay.
I'm plugged in inside the shed next to the hot dog machine.
That's just to give the folks some thought on what that's like. That's a good 20 yards. That's about at midfield, right?
Yep.
Across
so we're
a
at the
pretty
30.
high traffic area, too.
Very high traffic area. So the fact that we haven't come unplugged, at least from a power perspective, the broadcast team certainly has come unplugged at times tonight. But
if I go to unplug later, do you think I can get a hot dog?
Throw it on the company card. 3:53 to go, fourth quarter. Father Judge trying to punch it in. And they do. Touchdown Crusaders. Will, you said the word inspiring about Eric Smith's performance. That's an inspiring drive. I give these kids tip of the cap for hanging in there, playing hard all the way to this final whistle.
And running clock, but that was, what, an 8+ minute drive by Father Judge there. Maybe
at the 10-yard line or so. They're on the other side of them.
The 10 might be generous. I'm giving them like the 15. I would say that the pep band looks to be on their own on the sideline.
The band is on the field.
Almost. Don Martin got the handoff. Connor Millman in at quarterback. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Still ticking on our way down here. LaSalle going to win this one against Father Judge. An effective and impressive performance for this LaSalle team off of a bye. Well, they were ready to go. They had a week and a half to prepare for this team, and they were ready to go.
And you hope we come out with that same, the Explorers team comes out with that same energy against the Archbishop Wood team next week because, no disrespect to this Father Judge team, this Archbishop Wood team, they can play, right? And Father Judge, their offense has been pretty good. I like their run game. But this Archbishop Wood team, it's more well-rounded than this Father Judge Crusaders team. So they need to come out and treat it, just as big as a game as this, right? Because they didn't want to come out. They wanted to come out firing on all cylinders today. Wow, it's 52-14. I can't get words out of my mouth. But yeah,
it's a running clock. It puts a little pressure on you, right?
Exactly. But no, this LaSalle team came out firing on all cylinders today, and you hope the same thing happens on senior night next Saturday.
It's a great point.
Friday.
It's a great point because you see what the offense has done. The second half is kind of lulled along, right? I mean, they've been up big this whole time, kind of going through the motions of the second half of this game, and they know they're going to win. So you hope that kind of feeling doesn't carry over to next week, and you certainly know that Coach Steinmetz isn't going to let that happen, this coaching staff. But you don't want them to come out flat. You don't want the feeling of the second half to carry over and be how they come out against a team like Wood.
It's tough, right? With kids these age, you just don't know what you're going to get, although I think LaSalle's been very, very good all year long. Mm-hmm. I don't know that you're going to have another letdown. No disrespect to Roman Catholic, but the way that LaSalle did against Roman Catholic. I think that was the wake-up call. and I think they're ready to go. They recognize that every game from here out is, I mean, it's either a seeding game against Wood and then it's single elimination. And I think that changes the whole context of the situation. I think the Roman Catholic loss, I hate the cliche that it helps, but I do think it refocuses.
Yep.
39 seconds and taking one more play here. Connor Melman, the backup quarterback, and they'll throw it. Look at that. Ooh. Caught there and coming towards the sideline. Knocked out of bounds. Number 17 for LaSalle.
Sean McSorley.
A sophomore quarterback listed as a quarterback on the roster.
Well, the McSorley last name,
right?
I believe Cousins, though I could be wrong, but I believe Cousins. So, you know, with the McSorley last name, of course, he'd be listed as a quarterback.
Right. He's like, listen, you see my last name. It can't be listed as anything else but a quarterback.
But great to see McSorley get a catch, and that's the last play of the game. LaSalle, a winner, 52-14 against Father Judge. A night that I know I won't forget here, guys. In amongst the fans of LaSalle, enjoyed the time here at Ramp Playground. Tyler, your takeaway thoughts?
Kind of just reiterating what I said at the end of the half. You know, great, three-phase game of football. Exactly what the Explorers needed, bouncing back after, a disappointing loss 2 weeks ago. Hopefully get some momentum going into Archbishop Wood, as we talked about, is a very good football team, and will certainly be a challenge for this Explorers team. Just like you said, a fun night, great night for football. Beautiful weather, great company. What more can you ask for?
Maybe a hot dog after the
game. A hot dog, yes. Will is in my head right now.
Will, great to have you on, buddy. Thanks for joining us here for the second half. And we'll be continuing to get you and Ray involved with our broadcast team. Our broadcast team grows, right? It's awesome to have the both of you guys helping out here, just trying to find ways to get everybody involved, and that's a good problem to have. I love it. Hope you enjoyed yourself out here today, Will.
It was a blast, Bob, and first of all, it was great being in this environment. I mean, what a cool place to watch a football game. We joke about being at the 30-yard line, but it was really a cool vantage point today.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Especially when I was on the camera and Sam Brown had that run along the near side. It was like you're on the sidelines. It was pretty cool. It was a blast being here, and it was great to see this Explorers football team come out, fire again. I'm going to say it again, firing on all cylinders. The defense showed up, Joe Leitner and John Steinmetz's defense, and then Joe Wade's offense. It looked great, as we'll turn it over to the alma mater.
LaSalle winner, 52-14. The Velvety tunes from Bill Wasilenko to our right, picked up by the microphone. And Ray, good job. Threading the needle, shooting the gap, finding some gold helmets over there as the LaSalle team stood in front of the band.
That was the B gap, Bob. That was the B gap.
Great night, guys.
Oh, this
always
was fun.
A blast doing it with you. LaSalle back to the winning ways. Now 7-1 on the year. Father Judge, they dropped to 6-3. Crusaders still on the way to the 5A District 12 title game. That part, nothing changes with this result. But LaSalle, they got to fight with four other 6A teams in the Philadelphia Catholic League just for the chance to play in the District 12 title game. Got a lot of football ahead of us, guys. I think LaSalle knows it. John Steinmetz knows it as well. But tonight, a good step in the right direction. My broadcast team couldn't be prouder to be here with Ray Gomez, class of 2022 at LaSalle, Will Ryan from the class of 2023, and as I mentioned before, 3 old farts, Tyler Kern, Rob Stott, and I'm Bob Long, saying so long here from Ramp Playground. It's been a pleasure to be your company this evening. Enjoy the football this weekend, college and pro, and let's get ready for senior night as LaSalle takes on Archbishop Wood at Wissahickon High School next Friday at 7. See everybody later.